Good afternoon all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, November 9th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of ES and NQ. So, a couple of things, we got a lot to talk about. Bears accomplished a couple of things today, okay? Some more worrisome than others for the bulls. First thing they did is they put the daily in balance. No problem with that. All right, I said it would be healthy. I think it is healthy to come into it. We're in a 5-day balance now. Okay, we'll look at that when we get to the charts and stuff. That's number one. Now, they had a trend day. I mean, a minuscule one. Couple points here in ES. NQ even had a 1-tick trend day. Okay? That's not too worrisome to me. Here are the three things that are concerning me a bit. We had an outside day down. Again, that's not the biggest one. All right? We've seen that before, and it fails. But we did have an outside day down where we took out yesterday's high and yesterday's low and closed below it. So did NQ. Okay? The one that's bothering me the most is how the futures have failed at a weekly balance high. Okay, both NQ and ES have not gotten October's highs. Triple Qs and SPY have, but all they've done is slightly stretch them. We know how important balance rules are. So this is 2 days in a row of this. Now, I don't have a problem trading in balance for the next 2-3 days, like I said earlier, yesterday's video. But we want to come out of this balance to the upside. If we come out of the daily balance to the downside, well, then we might have just failed at a balance high, and we know what the next step is for that. So just keep that in mind. The other thing that's concerning is righty. We were one time framing up for 9 days prior to us taking out today's low in the afternoon. Righty's one time framing down for the last 4 days. Filled one large gap and got into the second large gap. That's a little concerning to me. I don't know if ES and NQ would have the ability to go and get October's high and not only get it but get acceptance above it unless NQ starts unless righty starts participating. So righty, last month's low is very important to me in righty. All right, they stretched an 18-month balance low. I think they really need to hold that. All right, now they're above it, but those are the things that I'm concerned about for the bigger picture. I think we saw the day very well today, had a good day. My best trade of the day was an accident. Okay? I was telling the room how I was thinking about front running the overnight high, right? I did it yesterday. And then I told them right before the opening I'm not going to do it. Well, when A period traded down, okay, I actually got on board a short. And as soon as I took it, I looked and I saw I was up like $750. I'm like, how is that possible? My thing is staring. I mean, I'm looking right at my, open P&L. I shorted one at 44.10 without knowing it at 9.28. Now, the other two, I shorted at 95.75, started going against me. I thought we had a chance to go get, I took that short thinking we'd get the POC from yesterday. So when we didn't, and it started going back up, and I saw that profit I had, I just took it off. That was my best trade of the day. However, I did have a really good day otherwise. In B period, I took a short to go get yesterday's POC and the overnight low in ES. In C period, I took a short in NQ. That's righty, I'm sorry. I took a short in NQ to go get the overnight low. Okay, and to stop one time frame to go get the overnight low. That worked out. In ES, I took a short in C period because we had singles. I was just doing the ebb and flow trade, made about 9 points doing that. In E period, took a short and L. That was a real nice short and NQ. A beautiful one. I started early, but it turned out to be a beauty. I shorted 2 at 41. When E popped the top, I said, there's no way we're going trend prior to the bond auction and Powell speaking. I said, I just don't see it. I shorted early at 41, but then I kept shorting it above 50, and each time it came in, took it off. That turned out to be a really nice short in E. Okay? Then in H period in ES, I took a short to go get yesterday's low. That worked out. In J period, I really smacked them around in NQ. ES got yesterday's low to go into balance in J. NQ was having trouble. So each time NQ pushed up, I kept shorting it. I'm like, until they get that low, I'm going to short any push up. And I did it a bunch of times and got paid very nicely. And then the last trade of a day I took, and I only made small on it, I thought for sure NQ was going to fill their singles. I only made like 3 points off of it, but it went up like 12 points. I could have gotten a lot more, but no, lo and behold, we never did, and we kept one time framing down, and I didn't try that long again. So, very good day overall. We did probe, but not by a lot. Righty also. Now, righty goes out with 3 sets of single prints. J, I, and H. Double distribution day. So righty has some issues. So again, it's going to be interesting to see if those issues carry over to ES and NQ. Remember, righty was the canary in the coal mine when they first broke below that 200 moving average a while back. So I'm not giving up on the bulls by any stretch just yet, because we just came into balance, which is healthy. But I'm curious to see how we go going forward. As far as destinations, for SPY, on the upside, we have single prints, 435.06 to 15. And then today's high, 438.47. For the downside, we have 433.40. And then we have 433.01 daily low, and then filling the gap at 430.92. $2.08 point gap from back on November 3rd, which you should have, by the way. Shouldn't have to even be writing that. ES got into that gap. Their low today is 57.75, and the gap gets filled at 37.75, so $2 exactly left. On the upside, single print 75 to 75.50. Then they have today's high of 09.50, and I'm carrying forward 44.13 because that's the overnight high from today, which is also the monthly high right now. So anytime, I'm going to start carrying forward anytime the monthly high or low is in the overnight. Okay? Now, let's go to the chart. Again, tomorrow we'll recap all of these indices, but for now, so you can see here, SPY officially is in balance on the monthly. They took out last month's high by, that's not right, the day's high is 438.47. So only by 33 cents, but they're in balance. ES, still down, okay? Weekly, remember 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, it seems so much longer, we got that high and got rejected down, and then we went here. Well, this is 2 days in a row now. We did take out this high in SPY, not in ES. So I'm hoping, you know, that powerful move last week is strong enough to hold this, and we get a little bit of balance and then come out of it to the upside. I'm still calling the weekly balance for now. The way, you know, I want to get some confirmation above that monthly high. And the daily is now in a 5-day balance. Now, remember I said the other day we weren't getting much distance for the last 3 days? Well, this morning did the same thing. I told the room I thought we had good odds today to take out a daily low. And we finally did. It's not rocket science. You can see that the volume was drying up. The range was drying up. It's tired. I have no problem with this 5-day balance. I don't even care if we come down and come out of balance and get into this gap a little bit. I don't want acceptance into this day, though, and the daily starts going firmly down below the 50. You know, we got to be careful, right? So for now, I'm very happy with this. What I would like to see is us consolidate inside of today's range for a day or so, maybe stretch it, maybe Again, SPY didn't take out last Friday's low. ES did. Maybe get a little bit below it, but stay sideways and then finally come out of balance to the upside. That's what I would want to see for us to have a chance to really get legs over the last 6-7 weeks of the year. Volume is going to be better today. No surprise. It's already almost average at 81 million, but that's a function of taking out, starting to weed out the week longs over the last 5 days. Okay? Real quickly. So here's IWM. It's worrisome for me. I don't like that. They took back one big gap. They got into the other. So yesterday they came into balance IWM. But the last 3 days now, the daily is down. Not thrilled about that. Again, remember, here it was the canary in the coal mine when they finally got below it, right? That was back on September 19th, and then look what we did. We went down, 5 weeks later, made the yearly low, okay? So I'm wondering, they need to put a stop to this sooner rather than later, because I think they're going to have to participate to the upside if we plan on making some significant strides for the last 2 months. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. I hope you had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.